Want to confirm, is this an exercise? Roger, copy. This is not an exercise.
Gas, check. Food, check. Water, check. Weapons, check. Everything, check. Network, check. Multiple places to go, check. Chemical suits, check. You name it.
All right, folks, welcome back to PrepperNow. I want to talk today about the big picture. Basically everything, and why we do what we do when we are preppers. What is the point, right? What is the big picture? What should we be focused on going forward with everything that is swirling around us? And I don't have to give you the litany of things that are going on all around us at all times. And of course, you know, big events currently, but even bigger events to come. What is the point? What is the point of all this? I think the point, folks, is to turn the noise off and to understand the big picture. And the big picture is we here in the West, whatever it may be, are crescendoing to major issues. Now, of course, here we cover a lot of things on the financial side of stuff. And the reason why is because it doesn't take more than one or two trips to the grocery store lately to understand just how really rough and tough things are for people. So the big problem that I see coming up is the fact that this is as good as it gets. This literally is as good as it gets. Right now, where you're at, what you're prepping, what you're doing, you know, what you're putting away, it's not going to get any cheaper. It's not going to get any more available. It's not going to be any more opportunistic than it is right now for you to keep prepping and doing what you're doing. You need to keep your eyes on the prize, cancel out the noise, and just keep learning skills, whatever that means. Do whatever it is. I picked my final tomatoes tonight and brought them in, and they're big, beautiful, and juicy, and really only did a very tiny garden. I just did two large tomato plants, and next year we got other big plants. We're going to expand stuff, but the point is right now, kind of we're prepping in other ways. But learning that skill and keeping that skill going is important. Learning how to, you know, tinker with things. You know, maybe you're into small engine repair. Maybe you're into building solar generators. Maybe you're into gardening. Maybe you're into sewing. The main thing I would say right now, folks, is to cancel out all the noise and to get the skills going and to keep prepping. There's a lot of people right now that are financially not doing so hot. And they're probably sitting there scratching their head saying, you know, how the heck am I going to, make a dent in the huge amount of things that are bearing down on my shoulders as a person? You know, I can't put away a bunch of food. I can't grow food. I'm in an apartment. I can't, you know, whatever it may be. These are all real world things. Main thing I can say is no matter what it is, no matter how small, you just keep doing it. If it's working for you. If it's only taking $10 a week and putting it into canned goods and shoving them under your bed because that's all you can do. I mean, we live not in a large place, but we're on a small homestead. And we have preps under our bed, and we're adding to them. We go out and we find deals, whatever that may be. I've referenced this many times. You don't have to be made of money. You can go on to Facebook Marketplace. You can go on to Craigslist Free and find things that people are giving away that you can utilize and turn into assets into your prepping. The world is going to get a lot more constrained for people that are trying to do things. Now, here on this channel, we talk about FEMS. We talk about food, energy, medicine, and security. These are the focus that you should be right now. What happens in the larger world, you really don't have a control on. What you have a control on is what's going on under your roof, whatever that roof may look like. That's what you have control over. The world is going to spin. Things are going to happen. And the best way to deal with them is to basically have contingency plans for everything, whatever that may be. It's important right now to just keep your nose straight forward, eyes down, prepping and everything else. All this stuff going on, I see these people sticking their necks out and all that. It's honestly not a bad time to be gray. It's not a bad time to blend in and to be just camouflage in the background and do whatever you can do to keep adding to your stockpile. Food, clearly. Figure out your water situation. That's included with food. If you don't have water, then you're not doing anything. Food, whatever it may be. Maybe it's going and buying 10 cans a week. That's all you can do. That'll add up to 500 and 200, 520. I don't math well. Cans over the course of a year. That adds up. If you just put 10 cans a week, stuff like that. Now, energy. Maybe your energy is in batteries or whatever. Maybe it's going and going to places that like Craigslist and finding batteries and creating a battery bank so you can at least keep the basics on. There's all kinds of stuff you can find value-wise. You don't have to go hunting or doing anything that's going to cost a lot of money. Medicine. Maybe you don't have a lot of money. Well, learn to grow herbs. St. John's wort has a lot of, benefits. Garlic has a lot of benefit. There's a lot of things. You don't have to spend money on medicine unless you have the ability to do it. Maybe get yourself antibiotics through one of these companies, whichever one you may choose. And of course, the last one is security, because that is the last thing that you want to have to rely on, but you should have and should be able to rely on. Security is going to look like whatever it is to you. I don't know what that looks like. Maybe it's trail cams. Maybe it's, things in your nightstand. Maybe it's training on the weekend and learning, something like martial arts. Who knows? But maybe it's, good locks on your doors. The general point I'm getting to this, what is the point, is basically you have no control over the world. What you do have control over is what you do to keep prepping, what you do to stay prepared, what do you do so when that long emergency happens, you've got everything there in front of you. You've got your batteries, you've got your food, you've got everything ready, and you don't have to worry. Because you were thinking ahead when everybody else was sitting there worried about a bunch of things that are out of their control. I can tell you that the trajectory right now is not good. I can tell you that much. I'm pretty for sure about that. And that's about it. And the only thing I can control with that is to basically try to have all of my preps and everything in a way that I can handle almost everything. And there's no way to handle everything. But the main thing is that as long as you're doing proactive, good, smart, don't go out and buy a grocery store. I've said that many times. You go out and you just do the little amount you can to keep doing what you can to keep your preparedness as possible as you can. That's what's going on. That's where you should be. Don't worry about all this other stuff. You are here because someone a long time ago in your family lineage was a prepper. Okay? That's a fact. So do them justice and pay respect to them by keeping that going, so someone down the road from now can think back to you and say, man, I'm so glad they did that. Prepping will save your butt. So keep doing the things and keep the big picture in front of you, because the point is that none of us have control, with the exception of what's going on in our own little world and what we have directly around us, so we can keep our families safe. Okay? Big picture. God bless. Please check the links in the description. Many of them there. You can follow me on Gab, Minds, Twitter, Truth Social. Follow me on Subscribestar, Locals, or you can become a member here. We'd gladly have you. We are a growing community, and we hope to see you on the next one. Just keep doing positive things and keep prepping. That's all we can do. God bless. PrepperNow.